Hi there guys, Sam here. You join me in front of an M240i, a car I've never driven before. The owner has so kindly come down. I'm going to take this for a drive and yeah, talk to you about it. But yeah, it's quite dirty now, but I'll overlay some really clean images. Car's in mineral grey. It's a fully spec'd M240, 2018, 6-cylinder, 3-litre engine, BMW goodness. Really looking forward to driving it, rear-wheel drive. This actually has a Litchfield tune on it, about 430 brake horsepower. Let's go for a drive. Yeah. Nice. So, I guess the first thing is foot on brake, and you've got to, it's always hidden.
I know, even I'll look for it. Always starts in comfort as well.
I love that noise, man. Does the sunroof like tilt open?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go for that. First of all, I love the dials.
Do you like them?
Yeah, really, really nice. Like, it's what I would want because it's like, I don't, you know, I'm not too much going into that full digital stuff.
No,
it's just,
me too.
That is like the perfect balance.
It's the perfect balance, isn't it? The M2 comp's got better style writing. It looks a bit more sporty.
Yeah.
But at night, I don't know what happens. You go through a tunnel, them needles become red.
And then
so you're in drive.
Manual handbrake.
Manual handbrake, which is getting rarer, isn't it?
Yes, very rare. I mean, mine Golf R's auto. Sorry if I'm jerky or anything.
No,
at all,
mate,
just
don't worry.
early.
Do what you got to do.
But so, have you got upgraded brakes at all? Or
no, brakes are standard.
Ooh. So that's going to be interesting to see.
I know they get a bit of criticism, BMW brakes, and you have got a kind of stamp on them. I think they're fine once you stamps on that. I mean, even the M brakes. I think once you're on them, it's all right. It's just that throw. There's a lot of, you know, they feel a bit spongy, but once they start gripping, they're all right.
Yes.
But like I said, I haven't tracked this or anything like that.
Oh mate, I need to get away from the manual gearbox straight away. I mean, I've been only owned manuals my whole life, and when I'm in this, I'm just like, oh man. Well, that's the thing. I guess anyone can drive it. That's the joy, isn't it? It doesn't matter if you're a major enthusiast,
exactly,
or a normal car person, or it's your wife.
Exactly. It's the best of both worlds, and you push that to the left, pull it into the paddles, and you can have a bit of fun.
Oh, it's so smooth. That is like...
It's nice and smooth, isn't it?
So 8-speed ZF, and you reckon 437, did you say? 435.
435. To Litchfield.
And you know what I've heard, because I speak to tuners in the road. There's actually someone who lives near me who owns a tuning company.
Right.
And Litchfield, I've only heard amazing things. Like, you can get like quite dirty tunes, can't you?
Yeah, and, definitely. I only wanted to do something with a good reputation. I know they specialise in GTRs.
Yeah, they're really. I mean, they pretty much reinvented the GTR.
Just driving down there for the day was a great day out. Just looking around their car park. but I know they're doing pretty good on BMW, and it was in there a while. It was up in a Rams. They dynoed it.
Did it get any hardware changes, or just the ECU?
Just the ECU.
So that just shows how much potential this engine has, then, really, doesn't it? It's easy.
Exactly. Did you see that? That was a 993.
So I'm guessing with Eco, the throttles is similar to like my Golf R. The throttles like not as firm.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, when you've been in comfort or sport for a while, when you put it in Eco, all of a sudden you're nearly in an accident on a roundabout because all of a sudden there's no response at all.
Yeah.
Is it in comfort at the moment?
Yeah, I think we're in there.
But just as a little play back for feel for talking now, I would just put it in sport, not sport plus. Over to the left so it holds a gear a bit longer, and then just try with the paddles. So the throttle goes
sharper, so it's definitely more racy. And I mean, you were saying you get 42 mpg.
Oh, I mean that is Eco really. That wasn't all motorway. That was A and B roads.
No problems overtaking anything.
But I would say from when Litchfield got their hands on it and stage 1'd it, I think the difference is from sort of 4,000 on. It was always
top end,
it was very talky low down anyway. In fact, I remember Joey Kinney saying he loves the B58, but that top end's not like the N55.
Yeah.
And I knew what he meant once I sort of got used to this. but Litchfield sort that out, I'm telling you.
So this is B58.
It's the B58, yeah, but it just lacked a little bit of sparkle above 5,000 revs.
Yeah.
And there it pulls all the way.
It feels so great. I mean, I know we were sort of talking, it was like, it's not fully a sports car, but
no.
Straight away to me, like, I mean, I've been driving my Golf R around, drive hot hatches all the time. This feels more closer to a sports car, definitely. Okay, just the rear wheel drive nature.
I mean, I know like the M140, M240 are very similar.
Yes.
But I think there's just something about this that feels a little bit more planted.
They did little things, didn't they? I mean, it's the usual bits. Okay, yeah, you're right about that. Over 4.
Over 4, it really starts to fall.
But it feels, it's just so easy.
And the good thing with the 8-speed, that doesn't matter if you're in sort of 3rd, 4th, or 5th.
Just be in any gear, innit?
3rd, 4th or 5th, they really think, Jesus, I thought I was in 2nd. And you look up and you're in 5th gear.
Yeah. The suspension still feels good as well. Where are you on like the manual auto kind of thing? What's your...
I want both.
Yeah.
I want both. If I won the lottery tomorrow, I would have a GT4 RS in the PDKs, that's all they make, but I would also buy a GT4 and have the manual.
Okay.
I'm literally split, I don't know.
I mean, particularly the way things are going, you know, there's just not going to be any manuals. There's
No, oh mate, you get a good manual, keep it forever.
This is the thing, in grey, it's got a map which no one would know. You know, it's got subtle little bits, which again, if you don't know, you wouldn't. So it sort of holds the rev.
It does, yeah. Okay. When you haven't got to keep it to the left, you can just let it do it if you want, but you need more of a long sweeping road. Yeah, you haven't always got to be flat out. It's just it's just a talk. You know, like I said, like 3rd, 4th, 5th gear.
I've got to say as well, the driving position feels so good.
Oh, do you like it? Yeah.
Yeah, really low down, really like driver focused, which it just reminds me of like being in a Porsche or being in something like that. Because even though I plant the Golf seat as low as I can, and obviously with like the Fiestas and stuff like that, they sit very high. Oh, it's so smooth. Just put
whilst we did, just put it into Sport Plus.
Go for it. And
obviously, so this is no traction at all.
I'll be careful.
But at the same time, I think it's a little bit more responsive, and but I would just ease into it rather than...
Yeah, don't just plant your foot, particularly on a road like this.
I know it's a hot day and it probably will grip, but the only thing is it makes it steering a bit too heavy for me.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with like, you got the PS4s, the standard ones. Yeah. I find they've got really good grip. I mean, obviously if they can get overheated quicker and stuff, and you wouldn't want to track it or anything, but then in the wets, they just become really so good, the normal people, because that's what they're designed for.
No, exactly.
Which helps in the UK, because let's be honest, we get this a couple of weeks a year if we're lucky.
Yeah, I know. I mean, if I'm being completely honest, 435 horsepower is probably too much for them skinny tyres. The car and the chassis is fine. Oh, it's just the skinny rear tyres.
So they must be skinnier than obviously the M2s, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But then I'll counter that and sort of say with skinnier tyres, you get a bit more feel with the car. And obviously...
So you're in 3rd now, aren't you? Oh, well, obviously you know where the speed cameras are.
Yeah, it was like literally once you get out of it.
But once you go through that, even keeping it in 4th, just sort of squeeze your way up slowly, and then when you feel it wants to go, really floor it.
But yeah, I'm hugely impressed. Just literally, you know how you like check on Auto Trader and cars and things. I look at cars like this and I'm like, right up my street. You know, in grey. Effortless power, and that engine, never getting an engine like this again, ever. Oh, what the hell is that? Okay, good thing I was. Get a load of that on.
Blimey.
Yeah. So 4th gear pull.
But yeah, just a nice pull, a nice squeeze. There you go. And go right up to 5th as well. Go, but then he wants to go, doesn't it?
Oh my god. That is.
It feels like that from 30 to 130, no problem.
It's just effortless.
I'm meaning to go to Austria because I took the M135i to Austria, and I was on the autobahn. I wasn't going crazy, but I was just doing 130 with the cruise control on, and it just felt so much better than it does at 80.
Yep.
And I'm dying to go back just to put the cruise control on 150 and just sit there until we get flashed out of the way by some 911. But do you know what I mean? I don't want to see whether or not it does 170 or anything like that.
It suits those roads, doesn't it?
But I'm telling you, it feels so much more planted the faster it goes.
Ah, that's always the joy, isn't it?
Just go down to third there and give it a little squeeze. So fourth, fifth, fourth.
Go for
third. Go for third, and then feel the torque slow down and go.
Wow. I mean.
And obviously, if you push that back to the right, it just changes gear for you.
It just
it
knows where.
But you know that anyway.
Yeah. Oh man.
But no, it's alright, isn't it?
I love it. The rear wheel drive, you've basically got everything really, and I know you can get these in a manual, can't you? But I've heard again from people like Joe Achilles, ZF.
Well, when you go back a few years, the 6-speed manual was great for fuel consumption, and now even a 6-gear compared to an 8-speed auto, it'd just be at I think 75 mile an hour is like less than 2,000 revs.
That's
where I'm saving the fuel.
Yeah.
I know it's like, why you don't buy a car like that to save fuel, but you do.
You do. If you want to drive them, and like my Golf R in 6 at 70 is just under 3,000 RPM. Yeah. So it's like that, it just drinks. So you have to be in like a 60 or a 50 to get decent economy.
And especially the way petrol prices are now.
Yeah. Although it looks a bit better today, funnily enough.
It has dropped a bit in the last few days, isn't it? Oil change. So even the BMW system says every 2 years because of the long life fuel.
Really?
But I just change the oil every year just in case.
I would always go every year. Just. Oh man, how is it like with like servicing and stuff at BMW? Are they okay? That's what scared me a little bit in the past.
Yeah, but you go on forums and like different BMW dealers are doing the same job at different prices, aren't they? Yeah. So you got to search around.
Yes.
When I had my M5, the E39, they done a value pack service thing.
Yeah. And
it was unbelievably cheap.
Oh,
it was like full service was like 400 and something.
Barely any throttle.
So yeah, I think BMW service-wise are pretty good.
Like Matt, I don't know if this has a OPFs on or not. It might be in that year.
This was just before it.
Ah, nice.
Yes. I beat it by about 2 months.
That's what I was looking for. 2017, 2018 cars are the ones basically before.
This was April, April 2018.
Nice. So you basically.
And like I said, I've got everything on it I want. Yeah. I've got electric seats,
sunroof, nice leather, DCC is a big thing.
Yeah, the Pro Nav over the business one. Like I said, I just went over the 40 grand thing, but I didn't care. I just thought, you know what? It was the first car I bought brand new. So I thought I'm going to spec it just there I want it. Like you said, I should be saving on tax for it.
You will.
I heard that, but I wasn't sure if it was true or not.
100%. 5 years and you're good.
Okay.
Back to 165. It goes up £5 every year, so it might be 170.
Right.
But yeah, no, for the M240, I think I've heard a lot of people say it's like a bit more GT-like, which I suppose is probably why you get the economy and the comfort. But I reckon you could still have fun in this.
Yeah, definitely.
And I mean, you've seen Joe Achilles stuff. He's done a lot of back-to-back with 240s and M2s. And the 240s keep up with them, don't they?
Yeah, I know he said it's that, you know, the M2 when you get on the track comes into its own, and I don't disagree with that at all.
But then not everyone can get to go on the track.
And I've never tried making it. Listen, I've got the stage 1 because I'm a bit of a power freak, but I've never tried making this an M2, and it's not. And I love the M2 arches. But for what we use it for every day, dropping the kids at the school,
perfect.
I don't think I would have wanted to put that many miles on the M2. No, well, it sounds better from the passenger seat. You can see it's a little bit of another level to a standard M140.
This is another level to.
You see when it comes into its own 4.5, 5, it really. I know it's only that last couple of thousand, but it really pulls then.
You wouldn't want to be alongside this car and trying to have them with the lights or on the motorway, sitting at 50 or something.
Well, this is
where.
I think that's where it's really good. Sort of. If I had to, I don't know what the 100 to 200 is, but I'll tell you what, it can't be far behind things like the TCRS. In fact, I think this has got 35 horsepower more, but you know, that comes from the factory, doesn't it?
The only thing that would defeat this is if it's wet, really.
Oh mate, wet, yeah, I wouldn't see what way he went. I'm not gonna lie to you, yeah.
In the dry and for a good drive, I mean, the engine, I love it. I absolutely love it. Got a weaving bike.
I don't even know if the B58 won any engine awards, but it bloody should do.
Should win every award. I mean, it's
just... You think that this same engine has just done with 42 miles per gallon average for the last 3 days?
I mean, that is like 42 mpg.
42 mpg average for the last 3 days, over 400 miles.
I'm sold. I'm literally sold.
I'm telling you.
I'm making sure the camera's still going, because literally
you might have just brought it down to 39.
Yeah,
still,
yeah.
I'll get that back up to...
But that's the thing, isn't it? You have fun. I do it in the Golf R as well. Have fun and then literally just cruise. Take it chilled.
I'm telling you.
I mean, I had a relatively big journey to New Forest. It was 2 hours there, 2 hours back.
Yeah.
I'd have loved to be in this. I mean, the Golf R's fantastic.
Yeah.
I couldn't fault it, but mine's standard specs. It hasn't got dynamic chassis control and stuff.
Is yours the Mark 7?
Mine's the Mark 7,
okay.
yeah. Just so 2017, last the Mark 7. So again, I haven't got OPF, so it sounds quite nice.
Okay.
Sold. sold. I love it. Yes. 28, this is literally, you've got the last of...
I heard it was coming, the OPF, and I quickly got me ordering.
Yeah, get it in straight away. And genuinely, I haven't driven the new M240, and I probably won't get the chance to drive one, because
hey, I think you will.
Unless I reach out. If you've got a new M240 and you'd love me to drive it, I will drive it. All my content comes from people like yourselves, and I couldn't be more grateful. I would have this any day of the week and pocket the, what, 30 grand saving? Probably, if you want a spec for spec.
Yeah, I mean these now, what, for 4 years old, 30,000 miles on the clock, probably what, 20 grand, 22 grand. It's like I was saying as well, that I know it's 2-door, and when we got this, the kids were small, but they've got loads of room in the back. It's just to getting in and out. So I've got to get an M3 next just for the 4-door.
Push to park? Or push it forward?
Yeah, push to park.
I loved it.
Mate, glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
If I know anyone with the new one, I'll see if you can drive that.
Oh, thank you so much. Cheers, man.
No problem, anytime.
Basically, in short, Joe Achilles is right. M240i is just an amazing car. So thankful to have driven it. Big thank you to the owner for giving me the chance to drive it, and get in touch with me. Information in the description if you'd like to help out the channel. I don't have to drive the car, it can just be a walk around. Big thanks to Joe Achilles as well for all the content he does on BMW stuff. I wouldn't have a clue about BMWs if it wasn't for him. So yeah, cheers Joe.